Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm so happy to have back on again Camilo EG. He has a brand new four-song EP out. It's called Accidental Baroque, and I'm very excited to talk to him all about it. How have you been? It's been a little bit. How's life?
Been really good. I'm out here in Acapulco, Mexico. I'm doing
Nice.
a competition tomorrow, a strength competition called High Rocks.
Dude, that
And
sounds incredible.
yeah, yeah, I'm doing that with my wife and some friends. So doing really well, just living it up.
Sweet.
I think last time, one of the few times we talked,
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
in,
in the back of a cab or something
yeah,
like.
in Mexico City. So there's always like a strange situation taking place.
This is not strange. This sounds like it was planned.
Yeah, it was planned. Um,
Cool.
let's do everything at once. That's the way to do it, right?
Yes, that's the way to do it. Well, listen, man, I want to paint a picture for you and for everyone else out there. So when the EP got sent over, obviously I clicked on the Spotify link, and the first song on the EP is Teo Torriatte, which is my favorite Queen song of all time. And it's
Yes,
the most underrated Queen song that nobody talks about. And it's
absolutely.
and it's literally like one of the very few songs in this world that like every single time I listen to it, it sends shivers down my body because it's the
Yeah.
most again. And if anyone hasn't listened to this song, obviously we'll listen to your version. I'm going to talk about it, but Queen's version, it's maybe the greatest like vocal run of all time,
I
easily.
agree.
So opening up the record and sing that be the opening song, I already knew I was in for a good time. And then obviously I listened to it. And I'm so happy that you didn't do a note for note remake. You you created your own thing here and it sounds wonderful. It's very much got your own spin on it. I want to know like and we'll get to the rest of it, but I
Mhm.
want to know like the backstory on, oh, maybe I should cover the song and maybe I should do my own thing.
Yeah, I mean, I first heard it maybe 13, 12 years ago,
Yeah.
and I was listening to a Queen playlist or something, and it came on the playlist, and immediately I began to cry.
It's the
I'd never
best.
listened to that song before, and the chorus, "Let us cling together as the years go by, oh my love, my love." That part I just started bawling. I thought it was so beautiful. So it left an imprint on me, and come and lo, find out it's known in Japan, and it was used in
Really?
the Tokyo Olympics. But
Really?
yeah, it's not big or huge outside of Japan, even though it's a
Okay.
Queen song. And it's always been in the back of my mind that I'd like to do my own version of it.
Sure.
And coming into this EP, I knew that it was now or never. Uh, why not? I might as well just do it and see
Yeah.
what it sounds
Dude, and the payoff was huge because the way that you
like.
kind of spun things and towards like probably two-thirds in, I don't really know exactly, but when everything kind of drowns out and it's just Freddie's voice, like I'm not putting you down at all, but there's no one on planet Earth that would be able to replicate that. I don't care how talented you are. If you've taken a million vocal lessons, there's just something about like the tone in that voice that is impossible to do. But you kind of subvert the expectations and go your own way and create something that is very much you. And I like immediately had the respect for it because no one can do it.
I think it was blind naivete on my part because I worked intensely on this song with Greg Montante
Mm-hmm.
from California. He's a long time veteran musician, and he worked on the arrangement, the orchestral arrangement. And on my end, he really thought, I can't believe you selected this song with Freddie Mercury singing.
Yeah,
And I thought, well, we're not doing Bohemian Rhapsody. We're not
right.
doing better known songs. So I feel like I can have a little more freedom with this one.
Absolutely.
And I told them, let's take it left. Let's make it our own. And I took a cue from the live version they do with Adam Lambert, where they repeat
Yeah,
the chorus
it's
a
a
few
good
times.
one.
And so I took some inspiration from that.
Very nice. And he's great as well. fun fact, he actually went to my high school.
Oh wow, right on.
Random as hell. I remember when he was on American Idol,
Yeah.
he graduated a few years after, but they like shut down our school to do an American Idol live performance when he was in the finals, and
Oh,
they had to like move the entire SATs to, to
yeah,
like
I mean,
film this thing. But he is an
Amer-
amazing artist.
American Idol was, I remember, huge, and it would
Yeah,
move mountains, including SATs.
right.
And this season, he was
Yeah,
huge. He did really well. So he takes a little more liberty with the vocal runs at the
totally.
end, and which I thought, could use as an inspiration. And then we took I think a 1981 or 1980 Tokyo performance where
Mhm.
they actually sped it up, but in speeding it up, they changed the arrangement a little bit.
Oh,
We
interesting.
then took back the BPM, but we left that altered arrangement. So it was really the a lot of live iterations of this song that inspired us to move it towards more of a kind of like a balance between what you already know from the recorded 77, 78 version
Sure.
and something more unknown based on their live iterations.
Okay.
And then
Well, now I got to
obviously,
go back and listen to all these versions.
oh yeah, and then it was like the limitations and the texture of my own voice because I had no idea what it would sound like when I would try to hit these notes.
Sure.
And I wouldn't really try to hit Freddie's notes. It's a whatever I do, it's what's going to come out. If I have like this intonation that's
Totally.
different, I'm just going to use that and go run wild with it.
Totally. And no, and that's why I love it is you're not trying to imitate, you're fully doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Especially in the instrumentation. Like obviously it's the same song and it's a cover, but I find it's more of like a reimagining at the end of the day. Um,
Yeah. I
the
mean, the
core
second
is
verse,
there, but you've done it. Yeah.
I mean, there comes the second verse, and you kind of step back, the guitar step back a little bit, and then you really hear the orchestral arrangement.
Yeah.
And then the producer, co-producer of the song, Chris Town, did insane backup harmony vocals on this tune.
Nice.
And I mean, he thought you're crazy for doing this because I got to go higher than you.
Right.
And then you hear that in the second verse. There was a muse like approach in that.
Sure.
And yeah, the instrumentation, it's wild. And the drums, actually, Damon De La Paz, who is playing with Phoenix, Texas right now,
Sure.
he did the drums in this song, and he really made them explosive where they needed to be explosive, and he held back where he needed to hold back.
That's so awesome. Listen, I could talk about this song all day, but we got to move on to the rest because the
Okay.
rest is great too. Before we get to it though, I kind of want to know like what is Accidental Baroque? How did you land on that EP title? Because I love it and I'm sure it has an explanation behind it.
There are two things. There is this thing, like a phenomenon that occurs with photography. That when you take a photograph and for whatever reason the lighting is just right, the expression of the person's face is emotive, or the lighting is sharp with a lot of contrast between lights and darks, it
Interesting.
looks like a Baroque painting. They call that accidental Baroque, where you've accidentally captured a Baroque setting. Um,
Okay, that's super
in
interesting.
photograph.
I think I've heard of that before, but in the context of accidental Renaissance,
Yeah, it's
like
just that.
like there's a popular Reddit, like I don't know if you go on Reddit at all,
Yeah, yeah.
called the Accidental Renaissance, where people take pictures and it's like something set up kind of, is it similar to that?
Same concept.
Okay, I love that.
And this picture, it's taken in front of what's called the Baroque Museum of Art in Puebla, Mexico.
Nice.
And my wife took it accidentally, and our daughter is standing there. And
Awesome.
she was just taking a lot of pictures. And
Sure.
this was about a year and a half ago. And I said, hey, whenever I release an album again, this will be the
This is
cover.
it.
So it's like there's a double
Hell
meaning,
yeah, man.
the accidental Baroque phenomenon, and then the fact that we accidentally took the album cover in front of the Museum of Baroque Art.
Beautiful. No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad I got the explanation. And then let's see. So this EP is 4 songs. We have Don't Want to Wait, Vines, and then Break On Through the Night. I feel like
Yes.
I've heard Vines before because that is a previously released single.
That was a
Um,
previous release. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess it's tough as a songwriter though, because listen, you're an artist, you're always creating, you're always putting out things. And I find that, especially in the context of EPs or albums, things have to flow, things have to come together. They can't just be 4 singles plopped on something and then called a record. But I think at the end of the day, when you listen to this EP from start to finish, it manages to flow really well and it has
Hmm.
very similar sonic tones. I guess, how did you pick these songs to wind up on this record?
Well, I always intended them to be part of the same record, and I actually was hoping it could have been a 5 song EP, but I said I don't want to wait anymore to release the EP.
Sure.
It would have been a few more months. So with this approach, I wanted to do songs that at times would hold back, like in Vines, my voice is a little bit more mellow, and then I do like the higher notes every now and then.
Yeah.
There's more dynamics in Vines specifically, and I wanted to do a record where you felt some rootsy vibes, a little bit more cultural, like with Don't Want
Sure.
to Wait. You hear the the bagpipe in the intro and the tribal drums. So that ties it together. Um, and I think of it as 4 songs for 4 different moods. You know,
Like
Teo
that.
Torriatte, I put that first because I'm so proud of that cover.
Yeah.
And everything you mentioned about the song is what I feel too.
Yeah.
And then the
Blew me
next,
away.
yeah, I'm so glad. And then Vines, it's just kind of like I was thinking Tom Petty the whole time I wrote it. And it
Sure.
was like a half hour in my guitar, acoustic guitar. I just thought like I'd like to sing a song that's sing alongy. I wrote you a song. I wrote you a song. Whoa, whoa. You know,
Nice, man.
yeah. So there are Beatle inspirations there. Tom Petty. I remember thinking, I want a driving song where you would drive on the highway, but you're on a road trip and you just listen to like a feel good song. Like back in the day, people would listen to the Eagles whenever they would go on a
Yeah,
road
right.
trip. And
Perfect
I think
road
a song
trip music. Easy listening.
like that, easy listening, exactly.
Nice. I mean, the thing that I love about this record is that, well, I guess it's a love and a hate, and the hate in like the best way possible is it's only 4 songs because I
Mhm.
get into it and before I know it, it's over. Like it's about 16, 17 minutes, something like that. And by the end, I'm like, damn, I need more songs in this caliber.
Yeah.
So I guess, not to like push you or anything, but have you been working on anything else? Like, do you have things on the back burner? What's the future looking like?
Yeah. So I already have a new song. It's called Rock and Roll Made Me. And it's
Yes.
really, I came to find out that, people have different religion and different philosophies that really guide them in life. And it felt like rock and roll was my cathedral in that sense. I thought it was more than music, it was cultural to me. Because
Sure.
rock and roll, it's more than just a genre of music to me.
Yeah.
It for me, it dictated part of my life. It still does. So that song kind of it's gonna have guitar solos, a guitar outro, big chorus. It's just gonna like touch upon in a meta kind of way all the things I loved about the rock and roll that inspired me growing up. So that's a song that will be released next, and then we got a re-release. We're gonna do a 2026 version of a song I wrote in 2019 that I recorded in 2020, but we put just 4 hours of studio time in that, and that was in my first EP,
Yeah.
Gasoline. It's called Night
Hell
and Day.
yeah.
I want to completely redo that song. I want to add real strings. I want to break it apart, add a larger, well, add a guitar solo. Really make that sort of like my ode to joy, my Teo Torriatte.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll completely redo that one because I that's probably my favorite composition that I've done.
Sure. Well, listen, man, I think at the end of the day, like if it was written in 2019, that's 7 years. Any
Yeah.
artist knows that over the years you're going to grow, learn
Exactly.
new production techniques, get a different ear for it. And sometimes things are best when you leave them. Because you and I know no one's heard your music more than you have. And
Exactly.
at the end of the day, like sometimes you listen so much it all kind of blends together and it's like, do I even like this song? Like, you know what I mean? If you leave it for a little bit, you come back to it, you might get a second wind with it. So I'm excited to hear when that actually releases.
Well, I sing completely different now, and I
Yeah,
love the way that I sing in my most recent songs. And I want to sing that melody, that composition with my voice now.
totally,
I'm
man.
so
That's fucking
comfortable with it now.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess, all right. So this record came out recently. We got the new single that's out. Things are in the works right now. I assume that this is all going to be happening in 2026, correct?
Yeah, the new songs will be coming out in 2026. I already have the name for the next EP.
Nice.
Um,
No
no
need
need
to
to say
share.
it.
We'll keep that keep that a
It's a
secret.
name that I've had in my head for 20 years.
Very cool.
And it's like, could have been my band name back then, but now it's going to be my next record name.
Amazing. Let's see. I got a couple more for you. I want to know, is there anything about this EP as a whole that you think might be important for people to know before they listen to like the full thing?
Yeah. So the way that I think about it is four songs, four different moods, four very distinct emotions. Break On Through the Night, which is my most recent song. It's my first venture into something political.
Yeah.
I'd never remotely written anything political. And and the first time we interviewed, I was living in San Diego, and
Hmm.
something occurred in San Diego just a couple of months ago in a community known as South Park, where ICE came in, did a lot of
Yeah,
raids.
man.
And it angered me because that's a very beautiful, tranquil community.
I agree. Like I said, I'm from San Diego. I know the area. And yeah, dude, everything sucks. And it's hard not to like overtake what you're saying, but it's hard not to be political in your music
Hmm.
nowadays. And it used to be like, yeah, just, write your love song or write your breakup song or whatever it is. But now people that listen to your music, it's almost as if they're looking for political statements to see where you fall, because if you don't say anything, then people assume whatever they want to assume. So, in my opinion, as a fan of your music, it's nice to listen to that and kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah. And I'm glad you appreciate that. The verses of that song spit out a lot of venom because in the chorus, it just kind of describes a fight mentality. But in the
Yeah,
verses, I get fairly personal. Uh, just read up on them. Uh, I wanted to get some venom out with that one. Um, and then with Don't Want to Wait, I just wanted to get something that would get people dancing and moving rhythmically. Just a lot
sure.
of movement. I wanted to do something with a high BPM. I sing in a higher register.
Yeah.
I really just wanted people to be exhausted from that song by the end of it.
I wouldn't say exhausted, more energized and
And
enthused.
energized, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
But oh, for example, the song I just described, "Break On Through the Night," it's 3 minutes 30 something, 42 seconds or something, and I think I only repeat the chorus in its full rock mode once,
Nice.
and that was an experiment for me because I usually like to do
Right.
bridge, a solo, repeat the chorus again, sometimes a modulate at the end, and I thought, let's do something more punk, something more to the point, where I get the aggression out and that it's done, and then I leave
Totally,
you
man.
wanting to replay the song.
Right. And it breaks the mold. And it kind of like is like, yeah, songwriting doesn't need to be standard. You can kind of do whatever you want. It's a fun experiment.
Exactly, and that was breaking my mold because
Sure,
that
sure, sure.
actually I want to take things like let's add some extra layers. Let's
Yeah.
add the solo, instrumental this, the vocal that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dude, listen, I'm always so excited when you release new music because it always pops up on my, like release radar or whatever it is. And I'm like, oh yeah, we got a new Camilo EG song or
I
EP or
appreciated it.
whatever. And it's always such a pleasure to get to talk to you. But for everyone out there who hasn't listened, like the EP is called Accidental Baroque. As always, we'll have the links that you can listen and share and follow along. But I swear, if the first song doesn't blow you away, then you need to reevaluate your taste in music
Thank you.
because it so perfectly leads into the rest of this record, and it leaves just such a positive taste in your mouth, like as far as music is concerned. You really took a bold leap in covering a Queen song, but it worked out in the best way possible. And like, congrats to you on that.
I really appreciate that. I really wanted to make a statement with that
Yeah.
first tune. And I'm so proud of it. Sometimes people think, oh, it's a cover. Let's put it at the end. Let's have the original songs at
No.
first. And I thought, no, this one's gonna declare, you're listening to this song and this kind of music,
Right. And you know what? I think, unfortunately, 99% of people who listen to the song don't even know it's a Queen song
right?
because, as I enthusiastically said, it's the most underrated song out there. It's like in the middle of a random record, and no one ever, they only know the hits. So if it actually introduces them to the real one, then
Well, I
you
hope
can
so.
put positive into the world.
Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
I love that song, and it inspired the rest of this EP.
So good. Well, listen, man, I hope you have a great rest of your day and good luck on the race. That's gonna be
Thank
awesome.
you. It's gonna be cool. We listened to the EP on the way here, and maybe I'll get them to play some songs in the stereo. Who knows? I'll
There
talk
you
soon.
go. There you go. Just, steal the aux cord and plug it in and do your
Exactly, right?
thing. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta break the rules a little bit to get ahead.
Break on,
So
break on through the rules.
there you go. There you go. All right, man. Have an amazing rest of your day. We'll talk soon.
You too.
All
It's
right.
always a
Bye bye.
pleasure.
See ya.